Champions League semifinals continue this week, and Leg 2 starts on Tuesday between PSG and Dortmund, May 7th at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We look back to Leg 1 of that game. Dortmund continues to just pull off upsets, making it this far, and they continue to do so. Leg 1 playing in Germany with Nicholas Füllkrug's 36-minute goal being the only goal in the game, not proving to be the winner, giving Dortmund the advantage heading to Paris this week on Tuesday, up 1-0. PSG had 58% of the possession in that game, 14 shots, 3 shots on target. Dortmund had 13 shots and 4 shots on target. PSG also lost defender Lucas Hernandez to an ACL injury in that game. He'll obviously be out this week. While Dortmund saw right back Julian Ryerson leave Leg 1 and not play this weekend, he could return, so too could Sebastian Haller, but then Karim Adeyemi got injured this weekend as well. So just some player news there for both teams. Now let's get into the PSG and Dortmund odds and predictions in the Champions League for this game. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 2,000 subscribers. Let's look at the odds. PSG minus 200, heavy favorites to get the win at the Parc des Princes. The draw plus 333. Dortmund plus 550. PSG favored to advance, even though they are behind right now at minus 150. Dortmund plus 110. The over very much favored at minus 200, over 2.5. And the under plus 162. Both teams to score yes, minus 163. And the no plus 120. If we look at head-to-head meetings between these teams, it's now the 4th time actually in this tournament that they've met, as they also met in the group stage. PSG won 2-0 in Paris, and then they drew a 1-1 in Germany with last week's 1-0 Dortmund win. It's an even 1-1 now between these teams, and the under 2.5 has gone a perfect 3-0. In 2020, they played in the Champions League as well. It was 2-1 Dortmund and 2-0 PSG as well. PSG got a big boost, having not needed to play this weekend. They were off in League 1. Their last game in the league was a 3-3 draw 2 weekends ago against Le Havre. They have the League 1 title wrapped up, so they can put their full attention to this game here. Last week's loss, though, gives them just 3 losses in 33 games. They've scored in 12 of 13, as well as in 38 of 40. Both teams to score, though, has gone 6-1 in their last 7, so they've also been giving up goals. In the Champions League, they've scored in 10 of 11 games, but have conceded in 8, and both teams to score has gone 7-4. Meanwhile, for Dortmund, they were not quite as lucky to get the weekend off. They played at home to Augsburg. They ran out to a huge 5-1 win, cutting their deficit to 3 points behind Leipzig for top 4 in the Bundesliga. Though that won't really matter, they'll still get the Champions League spot in 5th, as the coefficient gives Germany that 5th spot. They had been winless in 2 games prior to beating PSG last week, but they are now 9-1-3 in their last 13. Both teams to score has gone 6-1 in those games. There's been at least 2 or more goals in 15 of their last 17. Dortmund themselves have scored in 16 of 17 and also in 22 of 25. In the Champions League, Dortmund has scored in 9 straight games, but both teams to score is 5-2 of late. So much like PSG, they've been scoring and conceding in many recent Champions League games, but not last week. If we look at PSG and Dortmund predictions and best bets, let's look at some totals numbers here. Only 2 of 11 Dortmund games in the Champions League have gone over 3 goals. The under 2.5 has gone 8-3. For PSG, under 2.5 is only 5-6, but only 3 of their 11 games have seen 3 or more goals. If you combine the 3 games that these teams have played together already, and there's only been a combined 5 goals. So even though both teams have been scoring and conceding in most of their games, when they play each other, all these games have been tight. Obviously, this could be different with PSG needing to attack and playing at home, where they usually always score. They've scored in 24 straight home games. Dortmund, though, have the most clean sheets in the Champions League this tournament. So for me, throw this all together, we could certainly see a goal from both. I also think it could be tight. I'm going to go with an under here. You could definitely get more value with an under 2.5, but I think the safer bet is just to go under 3.5 goals for the Champions League picks in this game. That would be minus 150 odds. Who do you see coming out in this matchup, PSG or Dortmund? Leave your predictions down there in the comments, and good luck this week.